Hello, these are the 5 things I did before quitting my 9 to 5. Yes, you heard it right. I quit my 9 to 5 at the age of 27 without anything. But you're welcome back. If you're coming here for the very first time, you're most welcome. If you've been here, you're here again. You're here. You're welcome. If you're here the second time, the third time, the fourth time, I know you're about to make that decision. I know for a fact. And if you're here for the very first time, I know you will come back and you will also write in the comment section and tell me, you know what, Sky, Michael, I dropped out of my 9 to 5. Yes, you're most welcome. These are the 5 things I did really before quitting my 9 to 5. The first thing, number one thing that I did was not to tell a single soul. Did you hear me right? I did not tell a single soul. Of course, I told one person. Okay, that's one soul. But I did not tell anyone else. I didn't tell my brothers. I did not tell my sisters. I did not tell my family. I did not tell my so-called other friends. And the reason why I did not tell them is because I feel like people do not have the same mindset like I do. So I had to tell someone who has the same mindset when it comes to 9 to 5, when it comes to mental health, when it comes to frustrations and stress. Sorry, my hair had gone here. Anyway, I feel like also people project their fears. Yeah, I feel like people are going to project their fears because people are afraid to quit their 9 to 5. And those are not the kinds of people that I wanted to talk to at first. I honestly wanted to talk to people that would actually motivate me, to be honest. Because at first, quitting a 9 to 5 is very stressing, it's very draining mentally and psychologically. It tortures your mind. It creates a lot of fear in you, yeah? Like when to quit, like, all those thoughts that we talked about last time. So I did not want anyone to project those same thoughts to me. Oh, Sky, what are you going to do? Where are you going to go next? I was like, you know what? I'm not going to tell a single soul. So what I did, I told a friend of mine, because it's called Chief D. He's a producer. But the thing with him, since we left high school, he has never worked for anyone. So meaning he has an entrepreneurial mindset, and I felt like he would actually encourage me more because I've been with him since 2006. Those are so many years, over 20 years. And so that's why I told him. And of course, I told him because I also needed where to stay. Yeah? So that is one thing that I did. The next thing I did was to leave the place where I was staying, the place where I was working next, because the area where I was working, where that workplace is, that whole area. So do you know what I did? I left. So from the place where I used to stay, or where I used to work, I traveled 8 hours. I traveled 8 hours away from that place on bus. It was a long journey. But being me that I love to travel, I love to move and see beautiful places, I enjoyed the ride. I slept, I bought things on the road. It was an amazing thing. But why did I choose that alternative of leaving, of going away from where I was working? First, people that used to work at my workplace used to stay around. So it would be so easy for me to bump into one. And when I bump into one, I was avoiding these things of, hey, where did you go? Why did you go? What are you doing now? I didn't want all that to come, yeah? So I had to just, you know what? Leave the place. I left everything. No, I said I want to be honest. I moved with my mattress, my blender, this screen, this helmet, and a few of my clothes. Then the rest of the things, I left them in that house. Gave them out. And yeah, I started a new life. So here I am, but this is my friend's place. This is my friend's place. Well, it's good to have friends like him. And this is a guy I told, Chief D. This is his place, so And actually the phone I'm using, because I told him I had no gadget, yet I wanted to dive into YouTube and everything. Actually, the gadget I was using, my phone is this, yeah? It got spoiled. Of course, I can't use it. So he bought this iPhone that I'm using right now. Glory to God. Now I'm using it. Anyway, so I left 7 hours away from where I'm staying to relocate and stay in another place, because I just didn't want people to question me, and I didn't want to feel like I'm accountable to giving them a reason to why I left. Yes, so that is number 2. Number 3, I did not look at, I did not make this decision basing on the money I had right there and then, because to be honest, I had like about $7 on my account. Yes, $7 or $6 on my account, to be honest. So if I focused on the account and the money that I had, I was surely going to stay for another 2 months or 3 months just to get money. So I did not do that, because if I did that, I was going to stay there, and I was already frustrated. And I was like, no, I'm not going to look at my bank account. I don't care what's on my account. All I care about is, am I leaving this place as soon as possible? And you may be there and you're like, you know, money can be something that keeps you doing something even though when you don't want it, yeah? And I understand very well, because money facilitates us in so many things, food, rent, and everything. And I'm not saying it's not like I'm not understanding the value of money and everything, but the thing is that I'm just telling you what I did. And on this channel, I promised myself that I'm going to be honest with you guys, yeah? So bear with me. Bear with me. You can make comparisons and everything, but just bear with me for now. Let me tell you the truth. Let me just be blunt, so that when you're to make this decision, you know what to expect. You know what to do next. If Sky made a mistake here, my name is Sky Michael. If I made a mistake, let's say Sky made a mistake of doing that, and this is what he went through, okay, I can avoid that. So that's why I'm giving you unfiltered truth. Unfiltered. Yeah, so I'd had about $6 or $7 on my account, but it not stopped me from going. First of all, because I knew I'm coming to my friend's place. I'm not going to pay rent. I'm not going to pay for food. He's my friend. Yeah, been with him since 2006. Of course, that gave me confidence to leave. You understand? And that is why I left without looking at my bank account. The other thing that I did was to change my phone number. Why did I decide to change my phone number and change my social media platforms? Like, I didn't really change them, but I went off for a bit and I went quiet and silent, because people that knew that I was working at this company, of course, would notice that I'm not there anymore. And of course, those questions would keep coming. So I changed my line, because I changed my line and changed my WhatsApp, because I didn't want those questions. I had to really focus on giving you guys content, this YouTube, yeah? And, you know, I just don't want people to ask me those questions, because I'm done. I'm just tired, you know? I'm tired. I want to live a new life, new friends. Of course, I'm not dumping all my friends away, but I can keep them for some time. Of course, they will be waiting for me. I'll be waiting for them. But as of now, I really needed to concentrate. I didn't want those people to ask me so many questions and everything, yeah? So I decided to change my number, to go on a different line and change WhatsApp. Of course, I kept a few friends that I inboxed, but I told them, you know what? Do not tell anyone. Do not give out my number. And the thing is, this thing is really tricky, because most people on the other old number and old WhatsApp know me as a DJ, know me as someone who does instruments. So of course, gigs were to come in, yeah. So you cannot just dump them, yeah. And yet you cannot be online that side, because people are going to ask you questions. So it is kind of a tricky decision. But I know and I believe in myself that if anyone wants to look for me, if they really have a job for me, let's say DJing, let's say doing graphics, let's say playing instruments, because I play like about 5 instruments. And if such gigs, if someone really wants DJ Sky to work for them, they will of course find means of finding me. They can find me on Instagram, they can find me on TikTok, they can find me on YouTube, they can, they can send in an email if they are really serious. So serious, no, serious. I told you, forgive my English here. Forgive my English here. Yeah, so what I did, if you skip to the video, I did not tell a single soul. I told one person. I did not look at my bank account. I know I had $7, but I quit. I had to quit. I changed numbers. I moved away 7-8 hours, depending on how fast the car is, but I was in a bus. 7 to 8 hours away from the place where I was working. And lastly, I made it in my mind that I do not care what offer they are giving me at my workplace when I'm going to quit. I do not care what offer it is. I do not care what words are going to be told to me. All I just want to do is quit. Now, I'm in a country where you cannot just wake up and tell someone that I'm quitting my 9 to 5. I'm quitting a job that has been sustaining me. Okay, I've just been surviving, yeah? I'm quitting a job that has been sustaining me to, first of all, to leave where I'm staying and go 8 hours away, and I'm quitting this job that has been sustaining me for all these years, 5-6 years, because I worked since 2019, around October 2019, and I quit in 2025 in December. You cannot convince anyone in my country they're going to give away all that, because the job used to give me food, breakfast, lunch, and of course from that job the small money, they are peanuts. I won't lie. I'm not even talking bad about my job. The job, people that love it, they love it. It's good for them. Me, it's all good for me, because that's not the kind of person. So back to what I say, you cannot tell someone in this country that you're going to leave all that to go and start a YouTube channel. That is like, Sky, are you crazy? What are you going to do? So that is why actually in this YouTube channel, I did not even tell a single friend that I'm starting a YouTube channel for doing this 9 to 5 dropout series and telling people how I quit and how I'm surviving, what I'm doing. Am I earning money? Am I sleeping? Hungry? And all that and all those details, yeah? So it doesn't make sense to anyone. But this is what matters. It makes sense to me. This is my life. It makes sense to Michael Sky. It makes sense to me. I have seen people do it. I know people have YouTube channels that pay them. Actually, I have a friend of mine that has a YouTube channel that pays them. Yeah? To me, it makes sense. To someone that has worked 20 years at a workplace, it might not makes a lot of sense to them. Yeah? I don't blame them. That is them. And I'm not against anyone, but that is them. Me, I'm very ambitious. I like trying out new things. YouTube, go out, record content and all that, talk to people. I'm a people person, yeah? So, summarizing everything that I did before quitting, when I put all those things in place, I knew where I was going to stay. I was going to start my friend's place. Actually, this is his place. I was going to start my friend's place. I knew that I was going to pay rent, which is a big relief. Like, you feel that weight off your shoulders, you understand? So looking at my money on my account, that didn't bother me. The only thing that really bothered me about the money is that how was I going to shift, yeah? Like that transportation of moving from where I was staying to where I am right now, which is about 8 hours or 7, depending on how fast the car is, because I needed to shift these things like the TV, my clothes. I left the furniture. But it was, of course, I'm human. It kind of scared me. I was like, where am I going to get the transport to shift? God willing. What is it? Is it God willing? English. What am I going to say? It's like karma, it's like luck, it's like blessings. Before, because I left on what? On Sunday. On Friday, a friend of mine called me and was like, yo, Sky, I have a gig for you. And I had to go and DJ. When I went there to DJ, he gave me 100K UG shillings. And that is about $30? Yeah, he gave me around $28, $30, around there. I was super excited. That money was actually okay for me to live, because if I took Uber would take like about $10 from where I used to stay to town. Then from the bus park to where I am right now, that is it is 25K Uganda shillings, which is about $7. Get to the place, bus park to where, from the bus park of where I am to now to where the home is, I had to get another Uber. That Uber took 20 UG shillings, which is about also $5 around, no, 6, 10, around $7 there. So I was good to go if you're to count the math. Yeah, I was good to go, and I was remaining with about let's say like about, I don't know, you will do the math. Those dollars that I was left with, I bought myself a good head soak, yeah, and everything like that. So I was just lucky. That the time I was about to leave, yes, I didn't have the money, but I got a gig to actually work. I worked and I got the money. The guy paid me, and I was super grateful. And this is just to tell you that you shouldn't be scared of anything, because you don't know what comes next. Yeah, you don't know what comes next, like that same time. If it's in God's alignment and you're actually serious about it, things will fall in place. Yeah. Again, my name is Michael Sky, the 9 to 5 dropout. On this YouTube channel, I'm going to be dropping the honest truth, unfiltered truth about quitting your 9 to 5. Thank you for always coming and sitting there, watching me talk to you. I hope you get motivated to live. I won't lie. People who are here are people who want to live, actually, who want to live their 9 to 5. So if you're here and you don't want to live your 9 to 5, thank you for coming. But the people I want here are the people that really want to make that move, really want to live free, and just explore the life and live life honestly. As I always finish my videos, I always tell you, I was told, I watched a certain video on YouTube, how to start a YouTube channel so that it grows nicely and all that. And the person said, I do not tell people to subscribe, that I do not ask you guys to subscribe. But guys, to be honest, I'm not asking you to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Ding. When I learn editing, I'll put that, you know how they put that thing comes, then you press the button, then it brings a thumb. If I learn to do it, I'll do it in the next videos. But for now, bear with me. I said I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know how to do those things. If I learn, I'll do them. Yeah. And this is me starting my YouTube channel career after quitting my 9 to 5. And you who is going to subscribe, who is going to like, who is going to comment, who is going to share this video, you are the people that are building my career. And of course, I love you guys. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, and please tune in the next time. Of course, I'll be posting I'll be posting 2 videos every week. I'm doing that not because I know the results it's going to bring, but I'm just doing it because I also saw a video on YouTube telling me to do that. I thank God I didn't follow on a video that was telling me to post 7 videos a week. I couldn't manage, to be honest. I could not manage. And I want something that is consistent. So, thank you for coming in. My name is Michael Sky, the 9 to 5 dropout. See you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. I hope I've helped you. In some way, or I've motivated you in some way. Stay tuned. Adios. I wish I knew how to do this video where you move away. That edit, where you move and you disappear, but I don't. So let me just move like this, yeah? Bye.